Hello, welcome to Homeopathic Services. My name is Pierre Fontaine. I have been a professional homeopath for well over 20 years. I specialize in cases of autism. My second book, titled One Heart, One Mind, details my method of case taking of a child who cannot speak. I call the method surrogacy. And through this method, I am able to glean what it is like to be on the spectrum. Last week, I described a case that gave us a glimpse, that gives us a sense of why children on the spectrum, or at least some children on the spectrum, like to look at things very closely. Some children like to look at a TV very closely, look at what they're doing very closely, uh, uh, see people or stand in front of people very closely. And that is not socially acceptable, of course, but the method tells us why they want to do this and the pain they're going through and the state they are in. So scroll down on this page, and if you want to find out more about this, you can by listening to the video. Today, I would like to speak about something that is very common in children on the spectrum, and that is they like to be or play in water. Okay, very, very common feature. And essentially, the reason I was able to glean through the surrogacy case taking is that children who like to play on the spectrum don't feel their body. There's a lot of numbness, or there's a lot of detachment of parts. So a child on the spectrum, in other words, can see his hand but cannot feel his hand connected to the arm, or he can see the arm but not feel the arm connected to the body. And in very extreme cases, they may even feel the body is completely detached from themselves and completely detached even in parts. So one leg may be here and another leg is there, the arm is here, the torso is there, and that is the reason why they like to be in water. The reason why they like to be in water is because being in water brings the body back together. In water, they can feel the arm, the legs, the head attached to the whole body. In other words, being in water makes the reality of what they are seeing real. Okay? That is a very, very overwhelming, I would say, reason why children like to be in water, feel in water. I would bet you that we could replace, it's not water itself. We could replace water with, for example, the heavy blanket has the same effect. The machine, the hug machine has the same effect. We could put the child in sand and it would have the same effect. It brings the body back together. The sensation of the body being back together. It is important to note that most children on the spectrum feel very lost. That's another way of looking at things. If the body sensation, that is of an arm being detached from the rest of the body, sensation is not there, most people on the spectrum, regardless, feel lost, even lost in space. So not only the body is lost, but they can feel lost in space as well. Okay, which is very difficult to have relation when that happens, because the anxiety that this causes is primordial to having a relation with someone, because the one has to find oneself before one can have a relation. So I hope this gives at least some sense of where your child may be, what your child may feel, your child on the spectrum may feel. It doesn't solve the problem. We still have to have a homeopathic remedy that can match that particular state. There are many, many, many different remedies that have this state, and it needs to be matched in order to for the child to feel connected within oneself, and then connected with others. Thank you for listening to this short tape today. I hope that, again, that brings understanding, and that's the beauty of the method of surrogacy. It really transports us inside the child in order to find a remedy that matches the state. Thank you, and be well.